UGD coming at you with the Taurus TS9. This is your first look. Hey, shout out to the Bucket. Great guy all the way around, but he did something extra special. When I told him, hey, the Wyatt wants to start shooting some videos with us, he showed up with this and said, why, this is what you got to run first. Let me give you a rundown of this Striker Fire Hot Rod. 7 1/4 inches long, 5 1/2 inches tall. She's a little over an inch in the slide, gets about 1 1/4 when you get into the slide locks. Yeah, that's plural, guys. Overall weight, 29 ounces, 37, 38 fully loaded, 17 plus 1, and that is a Metgar mag, and it comes with a pair of those, guys. An excellent box. Let me get the box. Woo! This is not a Taurus box. That looks like a Sig sour box, guys. Drink that in. All that goodness right there. Not the cardboard garbage you get with the G series. Extra back straps, extra mag. There were some keys. They have been lost. There was an owner's manual, which I don't think I need, but I can download it from Taurus.com, I'm sure. Guys, 3-dot sights on this bad boy. Not a huge fan of them, but, you know, they'll get the business done, and we can do a little UGD loving on the front of that right there. Loaded indicator, right there on the top. And at first I thought, well, that looks like just kind of a cheesy deal. So let's go ahead, take our safety round, pop it in, and see what that looks like, fellas, because, you know, we want to feel it. Boom. So you can feel that, and it's really tactile, real easy. Plus you have a witness window. You can't beat that at all, boys. Whoa, look at that, jumped right back in. So guys, that is not a bad deal all the way around to have that. Easy to tell, yeah, I can feel it in the night, or I can take a look in the side there. Now, the fit on it, it's tight, guys. Yeah, that slide is tight. Now, the one thing I did notice, you got a little rattle right there. Yeah, a little rattle, a little shake in the magazine. The finish, this is not your normal G finish, guys. It's a kind of glossy, has a Tanifer feel to it. Not real sure because Taurus doesn't want to tell you what it is on their website, but it's really nice. I like that a lot better than the G series. Now, the grip, guys, you need to sit down, take a sip of coffee, and relax. There's a lot going on here. First off, great Taurus texture. Sides, back, front, it's just in the right places. There is a slight finger groove, and I'm digging that quite a bit. It's not overdone and just feels just right. Look at that deep undercut and just a shelf of a dovetail. You get high on that gun. Yeah, you get really high on that gun. Now we're going to talk about the slide locks. 2 sides, guys. This is ambidextrous, and they are big, they are tucked, and they are easy to get to without adjusting your hand at all. So easy peasy on that. Mag releases, I like them quite a bit. They are metal. Again, both sides. This is a true ambi gun, no doubt about it. 4 different back straps. I've got the smallest one on here for my girly hands, but you do have 4 to choose from. Now, big index spots. Look how huge these indexing spots are, and really just so natural. Even the offhand has a nice place just to kind of settle in there and just feel right at home. Now, the trigger. This is a much wider face than what you're going to find on the G series, the G2. I think the G3, they've cleaned it up quite a bit. But it's very wide face. The safety thingy bopper feels really good. It does go completely flush when you pull down on it, so you're not feeling that at all. Now, it is a long, but mostly smooth until you get to the end. There's a little bit of stacking on the back end of it, but there's no wall. Yeah, you trigger snobs, you're not going to like that at all. But yeah, if you can shoot a double action, this is easy peasy right here, guys. So check the reset out for your reset dudes right there. Yeah, not bad at all. Now, unlike the G series, does not have the double strike capability. You are 1 pull and done. You need to cycle through the gun if you need to get something else going. Now, the trigger pull, 10 pulls on average. Sit down, Glock, guys. 3 pounds, 4 ounces. The highest I got was 3.8. So that's just a really clean, consistent average. Now, the takedown on this hot rod, yeah, it's a lot different than a normal takedown. So when you're looking at it, there's a button right here. Yeah, inside there. So give your trigger a little pull. You're going to push that button, and then the slide's going to want to go forward. See how it jumped? Yeah, just fell off that time. A lot of times I got to pull it off. It moves forward and comes off. And if you notice, there's 4 little spots for the 4 rails to slip into. And then if you look right here, there's our little magic button that is going to hold everything together. I have not seen a design like this. It's pretty interesting. Now, the frame on this thing, it feels solid. It is an excellent piece of polymer or plastic or whatever you want to call it. You got the quad rails. That's normal now. Yeah, everything looks real good there. Captured double spring, recoil spring. Got plastic on the front and the ends, but we got metal inside of there, so that should get the business done. Let's pull that barrel out, check the slide out. Da, 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 da. Drink that in, boys. Now, something interesting I saw, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in the camera. I'll try to get it in there. There's a rainbow inside there. And fellas, I love rainbows and unicorns, so that just talked to me right off the bat. And then the striker group, that's a separate piece of metal. So the milling looks excellent through the slide. And then here, it looks a little bit rougher. I don't know if that's going to make a difference in shooting it. So far, it hasn't. Now, the barrel. Da-da, this is where you got the magic, boys. They call it an alloy steel. I'm not sure what that means exactly. But you got a 1 in 16 right-hand twist. Yeah, little ramp there. 6 grooves. Yep, let's see. Yep, rifling is in that bad boy. Whoo, got to drink that in. Now, look at that. There's your locking lug. Yeah, top of the barrel, and that baby inserts right there in the back of the slide and the ejection port. So kind of an interesting. And the reason they say is you're going to get less tilt of the barrel, feel it in the recoil. I don't know if I'm going to buy into that altogether. But all in all, guys, we've gone to the range one time. Yeah, we took a Glock 34 out there. Just could not wait to run that gun with Wyatt. This gun was the belle of the ball. Yeah, it absolutely ate the Glock's lunch. And I'm going to tell you, and I don't mean this to just sound stupid, but I picked this gun up, and it was one of the best feeling guns I've ever picked up in my life, guys. I mean, it's not a top 5. It might be the best I've ever picked up. So natural. So easy to get a hold of for my little girly hands, and to come around and have these index points right where they're at. The texture is just phenomenal. The way they thought about that big mag release that's tucked away, the undercut, there is just so much right about this gun. This was a military contract, police force, federal police force. I guess the Filipinos took this thing and ran 20,000 rounds through one without a hiccup. We've experienced no problem. Now, she needs a lot more rounds, for everyday carry. We need to run some jacket and hollow point through it. But, guys, I'm just digging this thing. And so the problems that you're running into, the negatives, one, there's not many sight options out there, hardly any holster options. But I think I came up with one that I'll share in the future. And then the other thing that, I don't like about it is there's just not a track record yet for it, as opposed to the other Taurus. Yeah, you get a G2C. There's thousands of those with millions of rounds through them. And even, we found a G3 used. Look at that holster wearing that glorious. So we got a little bit of a trifecta of Taurus goodness here, which means we can only do one thing. We got to shoot the hell out of them in a Taurus 3-way. Hey, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you think I'm lost my Taurus loving mind, I can't get enough.
Well, come